Thank you. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, members of CPTM and Smart Partners. May I welcome you to the 18th Annual General Meeting of CPTM Limited. In case you do not know, my name is Omar. Simple name to remember, a 4-letter word. And I'm chairman of the company, which is also a 4-letter word, CPTM. Please be upstanding for the national anthem of Namibia. Freedom fights, we have won. Glory to their bravery, whose blood wants us our freedom. We give our love and loyalty, together in unity. Contrasting beautiful Namibia, Namibia, our country. Beloved land, most of honors, over the banner of liberty. Namibia, our country, Namibia, motherland, we are here. Thank you. Please remain standing. Please join me in 1 minute silence in memory of Lady Masire, Noel Zabadami, and Amos Moshinenga. Thank you. I'd like to begin by recognizing a special guest, a special member to this meeting, to this AGM, which is the Deputy Prime Minister of Namibia, who's sitting here. I believe we have the necessary quorum, so I will proceed with the formal business and ask that the notice of meeting, which has been circulated to members, be taken as read. You will see from the notice of meeting that the first substantive matter is membership update by the Chief Executive. I accordingly ask the Chief Executive to proceed with this item.
Since 2012, the issue of CPTM members became the first item on the agenda of the annual general meeting, which is probably a bit unusual for any typical AGM meeting. But we insisted that to make the point that CPTM is about people, and CPTM is about special people and about members. We have this item on the agenda, otherwise there is no reason to have an AGM. So this is the background of this first item on the agenda. Last year, we tried to see in what way, in a very short time that is usually available to an AGM meeting, in what way we describe CPTM members. And of course, the immediate thing, Professor Henry Zinatrewi would say, mathematics would say, numbers. So last year we had numbers of governments, members, numbers of public-private sector members, and numbers of networking members who are the members of CPTM. And if you look on this particular page, I think, Joseph, if you could put this on the screen, yeah? You may not all have it. And you will see that the members, what we chose to do this year, is to explain that the members of CPTM Limited are actually anchoring the smart partnership movement. So you will see that the image of CPTM Limited and CPTM Members Limited is, together with the symbol of the smart partnership movement's flag, and also together with the symbol of this smart globe, which is a network smart globe. So the governing members of the CPTM Limited have a code of conduct, a code of ethics, and that is something which they signed on and they designed since 1995, when Commonwealth heads of government in New Zealand have launched the CPTM Limited, which was a transformation from Commonwealth Consultative Group for Technology Management. Now this year we thought that rather than figures, specifically of members, which in a way it wasn't quite the right thing to do, because we were comparing apples with oranges. We're saying so many government members, so many networking members which are individuals. Now individuals, Deputy Prime Minister, are forming the governments who are members. So therefore we thought that we should try to go beyond this description. So what we did this year is that the government members are 53 Commonwealth government members. The way a Commonwealth government member is identified as being a member in according to the company limited by guarantee is that it has a natural person appointed by the head of government. And but there are 53 Commonwealth government members currently, therefore these are the members. Some of them, they haven't necessarily identified a person, but they are members as a government. Therefore, the Prime Minister, Honourable Deputy Prime Minister, represents in a way the head of government, and for that reason of Namibia, and for that reason the anthem of Namibia as a member of Commonwealth government members has been the beginning of our AGM. Private and public sector members are persons engaged in business relevant to the objective of the company, of the CPTM Limited, and they are coming both from private sector business as well as from agencies of government. And currently there are 44 active private and public sector members. That excludes 23 permanent members. Permanent members are companies who, between 2002-2003, supported the initiative of the CPTM Heads of Government Fellows to establish an endowment fund, and having done so, the board invited them to become permanent members. So there are 23 of those who are excluded from the 44. Networking members are individuals, any natural person participating in this smart partnership type of cooperative networking, and who are probably the largest group. And there are 245 networking members. Within that, it includes about 8 young smart 29ers, as we call them. In total, therefore, currently are about 384 CPTM members. That includes the government, the current public-private sector organizations, and the individuals as networking members, 83 of whom are female. Now again, here is those who are statistic-wise. If you consider that the government has no necessarily any identification as being female or men, then I'm not very sure if that figure is correct. So the 83 of whom are female are mainly referring to those who are networking members. But here it is, the full numbers and statistics that we have to deal with. But the value of these 384 CPTM members is connected to the leveraging of so many smart partners, governments beyond the Commonwealth as governments, and we have government of Zimbabwe here, governments from beyond the Commonwealth, as we've seen in Dar es Salaam, from Africa and so on. So that's from the point of view of governments. Also leveraging a number of private sector who don't necessarily, didn't yet kind of become members of CPTM Limited, but they are quite actively involved in the smart partnership movement, together with quite a number of professionals who are some of them here and who are professionally joining the 245 current networking members. So the CPTM Limited as membership, number-wise, which immediately one can relate to, the importance of that group is that they are leveraging and attracting so many others. So to do so, the CPTM has Commonwealth governments who contribute financially, and in 2012-2013, the financial year, Botswana, Brunei, Cameroon, Cyprus, Dominica, Lesotho, Malaysia, Seychelles, Swaziland, and Tonga have been contributing. In 2013-14, Cameroon, Cyprus, Lesotho, Namibia, Seychelles, Swaziland. These do not include those who this year, for the Global 2013 Smart Partnership Dialogue, also contributed for that to happen. Those governments who contributed for the most successful dialogue this year are Botswana, Lesotho, Seychelles, Swaziland, Tanzania, Uganda, and Zimbabwe. So, who are the members? The members are very much as individuals, not as governments, described in what we call smart partners profiles, and that is the entire group of profiles of members and smart partners, and part of them are here, and there is a separate profile of those who are here, and which is made available. Now, finally, who are actually those members and smart partners? Are those who are participating in carrying forward national visions through this very special approach that CPTM members and smart partners with fellows have been developing by initiating strategic initiatives on quality and standards, technology and financial inclusion, which means central bank governors, Chief Executive of Bureau of Standards, Ministers of Trade, Chief Executive of Technology Organizations, Science Advisors, including all those who are engaged from private sector and communities in carrying forward national vision. And that's what I had to say.
Thank you, Chief Executive. I will now continue with the other business on the notice of meeting. The next item, item 3 on the notice, concerns the conferment of companions of CPTM. The notice of AGM refers to a companionship being conferred on Professor Noel Zabadami posthumously. However, following consultation with companions, the board of CPTM has also decided to confer companionship to Mr. Ian Downing. So there is a correction to your agenda notice. I will say a few words about them now. But I would like to remind you that the award ceremony is scheduled to take place in this room at 4 p.m. this afternoon, and I hope you will be able to stay for that ceremony. As you will all know by now, Professor Noel Zabadami passed away earlier this year. He was actively involved with CPTM and a long-standing director of CPTM for many years, and made a significant contribution to our activities, both as a director and on a wider basis. The board of CPTM were therefore delighted to confer the title of Companion of CPTM on him, and I am grateful that his widow, Adriana, who is here today, will be accepting the honor on his behalf at the award ceremony later, immediately after this AGM. We are also grateful, or we are most grateful to you, Adriana, and to Professor Noel Zabadami's daughter, Rayana, who's also here. I don't know whether Kristen is here. For joining us today, and for the support they provided to Noel in his activities for CPTM. We hope that your link with CPTM will continue for many years to come. I would like to add a few words about Mr. Ian Downing, who is unable to attend today because of her conflicting prior commitment. Ian is a founding member of CPTM, a director for many years, and he too made a significant contribution to our activities. We look forward to his participation in our activities for many more years to come. I now turn to item 4 on our agenda. Before proposing the first resolution, which is to receive the account for the year ended 31st March 2013, I will read the chairman's report, which will update you on progress in the last year. I will then deal with any questions on CPTM account for the year ended 31st March 2013, and the report of the directors and auditors on those accounts. You should have received copies of these accounts, but if not, a copy is available from the reception desk. So if you need a copy, it will be available in the next room. I will now read the chairman's report for the financial year 1st April 2012 to 31st March 2013. The 2012-2013 financial year and the period since have been busy and most successful for CPTM members and the Smart Partnership movement. The principal activity which engaged CPTM as part of the members' networking cooperative framework was the Global 2013 Smart Partnership Dialogue in Dar es Salaam, Tanzania, which took place from the 28th June to 1st July of this year. The theme chosen by His Excellency President Kikwete, who is also a CPTM fellow, and his colleagues was leveraging technology for Africa's socio-economic transformation, the Smart Partnership Way. The CPTM Smart Partnership Strategic Initiative and Networks form the core issues for the dialogue and future directions. I reiterate what I said at the dialogue. Now moving on, we must act. We must act as individuals in our work, in our daily life, as a group to discharge our responsibilities, as a company in our operation, and as a nation in leveraging technology for socio-economic transformation. There are encouraging signs since Global 2013 that this is being followed by individual countries. For example, both Namibia and Seychelles held think tanking session in October 2013 to discuss quality and standards, financial and innovation, and technology inclusion in the context of national visions. The CPTM Smart Partners Hub, the team, facilitated preparation for taking forward the Global 2013 future directions, including national think tanking dialogues and progress on each individual strategic initiatives. Leveraging technology and strengthening smart partnership inclusions requires a significant effort. There is a technological content in all phases of economic development, and a higher level of technological leveraging capacity is required to move up the ladder of economic development. It is fundamental for individual countries to strengthen infrastructure and other resources, and the STI governance systems, including science advice, to anchor the capacity to leverage technology. It will require a sustained and concerted effort with an inclusive policy leveraging technology for socio-economic transformation through the combined multi-pronged approach based on CPTM Smart Partnership initiatives, aiming at new insights for how nations could succeed rather than fail. CPTM members and Board of Directors are very grateful to the Council of Patrons of the Smart Partnership Movement, and in particular to Tanzania for hosting the Global 2013, and very pleased that South Africa will be hosting Global 2014. During Global 2013, as per tradition, CPTM fellows and heads of government approached the progress on their endowment fund, which secure the continuity of CPTM, enabling it to support and maintain the Smart Partnership movement. We as CPTM members and Smart Partners need to intensify the support for the implementation of the CPTM Fellows initiatives, which is to purchase a property which will house the CPTM Smart Partners Hub and ensures operational costs through rent deriving from the property. Excuse me. The CPTM Fellows' serious attention to ensuring the future of CPTM can only be implemented through the membership Smart Partners, who will continue to benefit from their cooperative networking and dialogue. Therefore, I appeal to each and every government, private and public sector and networking members to take part in the forthcoming year before Global 2014 in the rapid implementation of the CPTM Fellows message from Dar es Salaam. One major development which the CPTM Smart Partners Hub achieved is to create a platform for a rapid hybrid communication among members and Smart Partners through webcasting, teleconferencing, backed up with regular current smart reading tips, issues related to members' cooperative framework, and geo-economic political events as they happen. This activity ensures synchronization and optimum interaction among Smart Partners in relation to their tasks. As per tradition, the CPTM board maintains its strategic relationship with the Commonwealth through briefs on members' activities to the Commonwealth Finance Ministers meeting, which are CFMM the year 2013, as well as to the coming Commonwealth Heads of Government meeting, Chogram 2013, which is coming up in Sri Lanka in a very short time. For the Commonwealth Heads of Government meeting, which is to be held actually on the 15th to 17th November, a written submission on CPTM Smart Partnership Way for Growth and Equity, Inclusive Development in the Commonwealth has been circulated to heads of government and ministers of foreign affairs in the Commonwealth. It included a brief on CPTM's contribution to Commonwealth activities to date and emphasized CPTM's activities supporting Commonwealth countries in leveraging technology for socio-economic transformation. It emphasized CPTM's commitment and adherence to Commonwealth principles and values. CPTM members have had an inspiring and challenging year, which I believe has been fulfilled and full of promise. The year ahead is likely to be equally challenging, with the follow-up country-specific activities arising out of Global 2013 and the preparation for Global 2014. On behalf of my colleagues on the board, we would like to assure you that we will aim to enhance directors-members face-to-face interaction for the benefit of our organization and our countries in the Commonwealth and beyond. I am confident that with the support of members and smart partners, CPTM will continue to make a substantial contribution to the smart partnership movement in the future. That concludes the chairman's statement, but I would like to add,
we haven't done, and probably we should have done right at the beginning before we started the AGM, in the presence of the Deputy Prime Minister and the members, is to actually identify who are the members of the board. And we do know those that you elected, but who are they besides their faces? So I'd like to start from that side. So maybe yourself, you introduce yourself and you say what director you are or alternate director.
Yes, I'll quickly say I'm Punya Izinochikiwe. I'm sure we all know each other. And I'm alternate to Mr. Lekoma, Motivatselo, something like that.
But what do you represent?
I represent the Smart 29 link, and hopefully we'll have a lot more of us within the board pretty soon. Thanks.
Lekoma Motivatselo, from Botswana. I'm a director representing network members.
Okay.
I am Caleb Fundanga from Zambia. I'm alternate.
To represent which category?
I represent financial institutions. I would say central banks because I got involved when I was working on financial inclusion when I was governor of the central bank in Zambia. So that's part of what I've been doing in the CPTM.
So you are alternate to Ambassador Barry?
No. So as we are balanced, my director is a lady.
Okay, my name is Ndeuta Lahangolo. I am from Namibia, representing the financial contributing government.
Okay. Next, Gideon.
My name is Gideon Makalela. I represent the financial contributing on public and private sector.
Who are the alternate?
Alternate is I don't know what is here.
Here. What is the alternate? Your alternate? Director? Sorry? Jan Verloop just had to catch the plane. So, Next one.
I'm Andrew Tausig, and I'm representing networking members, along with my alternate, Shara Akalungi from Uganda. Gwenya is fellow Smart 29er. And because I represent networking members, I want to say now that I fully support the things that both Kathy and Helena were saying, and I hope that there will be action on that front in the next 12 months.
You're at Club 29, eh?
I'm younger than that.
I'm Barry Four. I represent financially contributing governments. And I'm from Seychelles.
Who is your alternate?
My alternate is
John Mayer.
John Mayer,
Who is
who is from the
Mongolia?
UK.
I'm Hassan Shurdum. I represent the private and public sector. I was an alternate to the late Noel, and my alternate is Professor Sam. He's bigger than me, keeps me in touch. And then I really support what Andrew said about the gender thing, but like I said last time, I keep wondering, I think Omar is wrong. I think she's equivalent to a whole battalion, Mihaela. And I think we're overbalanced. But we will support you. We will support you.
Professor Chan, just a moment. You present yourself as the alternate.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
I'm Professor Sam Jamika from Uganda. I'm the alternate director for public and private sectors.
My name is Lennox Lewis. I am from Trinidad and Tobago, and I'm an alternate director to W2N1, representing Covenant. Thank you.
I'm representing a networker, and my alternate is Dr. George
I'm George, I'm from Cyprus, and I've been a member of CPTM even before it was established.
Thank you very much, and now a toast.